Hello, YouTubers and all those happen to watch. Hope you're all doing quite well. So, got some periodical pickups here. I did them beforehand, recorded them at least, and unfortunately the video camera did not have no juice in it, and I didn't realize this because it showed a full bar at first, but then suddenly out of nowhere, I guess it powered off during some point during the recording. So, unfortunately, I have to redo this again, so I actually had a bunch of packages and all that I ripped open on the video, at least I thought on the video, and yeah. So I gotta redo this again, but either way, let's get rolling with this. So the first thing I got here was a replacement, or a replacement I was hoping for the following game right here, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Now, I picked this up off of eBay because I had enough credit, or eBay bucks as they call it, on there to be able to get this said game. Now, this is not the case that I got with it, I just got a loose copy. Unfortunately, the casing, or at least the resurfacing job they tried to do with this, did not quite work out too well. It was kind of poo-poo. So, as you can see right there, it looks spotless, you know, looks freaking flawless. The middle bit you could tell got scuffed to hell, but other than that, it's just DOA, it's dead on arrival. Like, I'm looking at it right now, the surface, and it looks, you know, immaculate because of the resurfacing job they did. It was great, but game don't work. The eBayer, the person I bought this from, said the game worked, you know, great, blah blah blah. It might have some minor markings in the middle, but doesn't reflect gameplay at all, which, you know, you kind of believe that. You have to take their word for it by default. But, you know, I don't normally have problems with eBay, you know, at least with the buyer or the sellers that I had to contend with. So it sucks, but I contacted the seller, and they told me that they'll try to see if they have any more in stock, even though I checked their listing and they have, like, you know, 5 or 6. Go figure. So it sucks, but eventually I'll be able to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 again. It means that people were saying, oh, there's good the X2 version on Xbox, and it isn't the same, you know. You just gotta have this version, you know, this version, you know, but hopefully it will all come to amends. Because my half-ass is just sadly trying to get a copy still. But let's move on. I ended up going to Target and picking up 2 of these figurines right here. Now, I took one out of the box and left one inside the box because of the same figurine, but they're really cheap. Like, the toys themselves are really cheap. This right here was like under $4, so I ended up picking up both of these guys. So it ends up being Jace. You know, one in the box, one not in the box. This one had a little bit more of a weird paint job to it, or at least a umbrella-less job, or what the hell do they call the term? Print job. There we go. The ink printing on this was just sort of wonky on this version, so I just ended up taking this one out of the box, leaving the one that looked a lot better inside the box, so just for the sake of it. But basically took them out just because I like to have figurines out in the box and displayed. It just looks nice. Otherwise, if they're like, they look really badass in the box and I only have one of them, I think about it, do they look better in the box or out in the open? You know, it's either or. So I ended up saying, okay, you're staying in the box, the second one. So obviously this one, probably in the future, if it's actually worth anything, which I doubt it, probably put it on eBay or something like that. You know, just in case I need some spare money for like a future console I might want or something like this. It's an investment. You know, someone else who's a collector is going to get this figurine that's going to help their collection, and in turn, sort of like a trade. But instead of trade, I get some funds and I can get myself some new stuff for my collection. Always works out that way, and plus the original intent was to collect it anyway, so I guess I won both ways. But yeah, the figurine isn't so bad. Now you can take the hood off, you can take the foreskin off, but no, see, I'm perverted, I don't know why. It's just an impulse. It is what it is. Basically, it's really well articulated. The waist, or the above the waist line, should I say, it moves, but it's very stiff. Yeah, this conversation is turning south bad, or fast. But yeah, his arms move out pretty well. A little rubberized right there, so, or at least, yeah, a little bit rubberized or siliconized, so it's actually bendable. So you can have him go like that. If he has his cape on, though, he can't move his joints too much with it on, because it's really a nice little cape. Of course, they're going to do that while I'm talking, so I'm just going to ignore it. Basically, anyway, the joints move on the legs or on the knees. The kneecap, or the ankles, should I say, move as well. The wrists move. This one moves a lot better than this one. This one isn't quite as functionable, but it moves a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I wish they could have done one thing with the figurine. My only complaint with it is they could have actually gave it an alteration where you can change it to having a glowing blue effect. Because in the box, you see him casting a spell. You know, a blue mana spell, or a island magic spell. I guess that's the termination for the the land you use to cast, which this right here is water-based, so casting an aqua-based magic attack. As you can see right there, he's kind of casting it, or in the back would be a lot better. So it's unfortunate that this one, or at least this, didn't quite have any more options other than, you know, the hood and the character itself. Which again, it's not a bad looking character figurine. It's not great either because kind of the eyes are kind of weird, but the rest of them isn't so bad. I actually like this character anyway. I usually use him quite a bit in the Magic the Gathering card game that's on the PC, which it isn't as great either. The Magic the Gathering game isn't so good. It isn't something I would say, you know, 2 thumbs up. It's kind of isn't as good as the old school Magic the Gathering games that just came out for the PC. Moving on, I ended up picking this up for the PS4. I'm playing this off and on because I've been juggling my website stuff and, you know, leisure time stuff. And that, of course, is Sniper Elite 3. Really fun game. It has co-op modes online for the campaign and other stuff. A lot of people on my streams have been asking me they want to set up a thing where they play with me, and I don't mind co-op at all. I don't mind it, period, but if it's a game like this, I like to play by myself. I am sexually deprived or something. Basically, I like to play by myself in these type of games for now, so I can get the idea of the title, and just that way I can, you know, get a vibe for it, because I haven't played this game in a while, this V2 in a while, so it's sort of like I'm derp. And I don't want my teammate to suffer from my derpness, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I learn it better. Once I get better and more refined and structured towards the game, then, you know, yeah, I'll be the best fucking teammate you ever had in your life. That's an ego speaking. Not really. I don't really have an ego. But you get the point. I like saying that because while it ruffles the people's feathers, they're like, gee, that guy's a fucking ego, fucking asshole. You know, stuff like that. I'm a jerk, I know. Anyway, I ended up picking this up for my 3DS. You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun at your own expense too sometimes. That's important in life. Yeah, I ended up picking up this clear case for my new 3DS XL. And I'm going to be getting a printout for this too, so that way I can have interchangeable ones. I mean, the skins for the new 3DS XL look great, but I prefer to have something I can interchange because I like to change things up a bit once in a while, keep it fresh. So, need that. Basically, it's clamshell where it clinks right here, the joints are right there, and it clips on without any damage to the system itself, which is quite nice. The plastic is slightly bendable. I'm not saying completely bendable, so don't go buying this and be like, snap, and you break it, and it's broken, and you blame me for it. Yeah, it's basically, it works well for what it is. It has, you know, very wide gaps for these set of areas for like the off, on and off button, the stylus, so you can get your finger in there very nicely, the headphone jack, and your game pack insertion and desertion. The only downside to it is this right here feels kind of weird when I'm using the bumpers inside. It's not completely puts me off, but it's just sort of every once in a while I'll feel that and feel kind of weird, but I gotta get used to it. But not bad for the price. I paid like $2 for this. $2 for this clear case. It's really nice too. It's clear. It It also makes the ambience of the beautiful carbon look to this red, or the new red as they call this, even though it looks carbon red, look really sexy. But I'm going to be covering this up with something even sexier, a custom skin, which is I'm going to be trying to design one, make it look like the mess, because I saw some stuff online and it don't look really good for some of the custom jobs I've seen on like eBay or whatever else. I'm going to make my own and just make it as a printout and go put it across there and try to make it a little variant, like make it red, like a red Nintendo, and just, you know, make it look really good, or try to make it look really good. I'm not really good with artwork, but yeah, that's all I got basically for now. And if you liked this video, or liked any particular items, or you have some interest within any of these items I put up here today, be sure to let me know down below. Otherwise, take it easy, and see you later.